How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 3. In the last episode, we had just finished off Monstropolis, and now we only have two Disney worlds left to complete. We've got the Caribbean and San Francisco, but for the next couple episodes, we're going to be heading into the Caribbean, more specifically based on Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End, which is actually my favorite pirate movie out of all of them. Even though a lot of the pirate movies have gotten, really mixed reviews, I love the franchise. I think it's fun. They're great movies. Johnny Depp's great. I love the story. I love everything about Pirates of the Caribbean. How can you hate Pirates of the Caribbean? But yeah, at World's End, which most consider to be almost the worst, I personally think it's the best. Not just because, it's this big battle between the pirates and Davy Jones, but there are a lot of great character moments, and I love the interaction with Jack and Barbossa going back and forth. I think it's very hilarious, and I like how all these characters kind of come together to fight a common enemy, and I think it's really great. And I think the overall fight that they have at, what was it called? They go to the Shipwreck Cove, that's it. The big battle at Shipwreck Cove was actually a really great battle. And I love how it's all in the rain. It just makes it look even cooler. And for one, I was actually really excited when they announced that Pirates is going to be coming back for Kingdom Hearts because, when they did the Curse of the Black Pearl in Kingdom Hearts 2, it was all right of a world. Granted, there's not really much you could do on the PlayStation 2 hardware. But for what we were given, I thought it was all right, and it was cool to see, a live-action Disney franchise in Kingdom Hearts. But I was more excited for this because now with the Unreal Engine and all the different graphics they made and how they wanted to make these worlds just be so much bigger, I was really curious to see how they would do this. But I was more curious at first when the trailer started about which pirates they're going to do. And now that I think about it, it definitely makes more sense for them to do at World's End, just because with Kingdom Hearts 3, they want to give the players that sense of, a finale. And I think at World's End was the right choice. We're not really missing much with Dead Man's Chest, but I think with what they do with at World's End fits perfectly for what they're trying to do, since they're trying to give it a sense of a finale.
Where else? The edge of the world! Captain Sora! Oh? What ails ya, Mr. Goofy? The edge of the world!
I think it would have been cool, though, if we started this world off in Singapore with Jack, Elizabeth, and Barbossa.
Running out of sea.
But, we kind of start off this adventure where they kind of started, where we're trying to get to Davy Jones' locker to save Jack. And in order to do that, we essentially have to kill ourselves, but in Pirates of the Caribbean's case, we have to go to the edge of the world. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caribbean. Now, when I did the recording for the Caribbean, this world is going to be a three-parter because these last two worlds, just kind of like with what we did with Frozen and Entangled, this world can get, just even then with some of the other worlds, this is going to be a long one, but I've kind of divided the videos up to decent time spots where I can keep you guys entertained. But I think out of all the videos, this video is going to be, this video is definitely this is probably the shortest one because not much is really going to happen in this episode besides a lot of cutscenes. Because I had to find a good ending point for this first episode. So unfortunately, we're not going to see so much in terms of gameplay for right now, but in the next two parts, we'll definitely see a lot more. But for this episode, we're really only going to be doing two different things that involve gameplay.
Anywhere without a ship.
Another thing that I have to compliment the Caribbean for doing is that they put a lot more. It's a lot more detailed since this is a live action Disney movie, so the models of Sora, Donald, and Goofy look way more detailed, like they're practically in real life. Even the detail on their clothes looks amazing. And I found out that the jacket that Sora is wearing is actually based off of a Tetsuya Nomura's favorite jacket, which I think is pretty cool. It's a really nice jacket, too. And that's not going to be the last time we're going to be seeing crabs. No siree.
There, Sora.
Huh? Jack Sparrow!
And he's back.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
That is true.
Sure
Captain.
is.
It's Captain Jack Sparrow.
Hey, Jack, where are we? Oh,
Belay that! Ship absconding!
huh?
Help me catch the pearl before she gets away!
I will say, though, I think they got a better voice actor for Jack because the voice actor that they chose for those of you that don't know, before I get into what's going on in the gameplay, the voice actor that played Jack in Kingdom Hearts 2 is the one that played Tidus in Final Fantasy X and Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars. I mean, he did an okay job, but I wasn't really buying it too much. But I think I don't know who they chose for Kingdom Hearts 3, but I think he has a much Jack's got a much deeper voice, and he sounds. I was almost convinced that it could be Johnny Depp, but there's no way in hell they could ever get Johnny Depp for a video game like this. There's just no way. So here's our current situation. The Black Pearl is escaping. We got to catch up with it, and it's shooting cannons at us. Now,
Here comes some more!
the cannons are going to summon Heartless, and you really don't want to fight the Heartless, but I do because I'm able to do this part without, making sure the ship doesn't escape. But there's actually a way that you can catch up with the ship if you want to avoid the Heartless altogether. Basically, you just want to use your Blizzard spells, and then you'll rail slide literally as close as you can to the ship. And then once you actually catch up with the ship, then a couple more Heartless will pop up, and you'll kind of be in a locked battle. But for this playthrough, I was actually able to catch up with the ship and also take out the Heartless. But you'll see what I mean, but just like I do right here. Just cast Blizzard or whatever kind of Blizzard spell you've got, and then you'll just rail slide right to the ship. I don't do a really good job, though, avoiding those cannons. And then once we catch up with the ship will stop, and then we'll have to take care of these guys. So now at this point, the ship has stopped, and all we have to do is take out the Heartless. Another thing that's great about this world that Frozen kind of did the same thing, where there'll be several cutscenes where we kind of go back to like those real-time, cinematic cutscene graphics. They look really amazing. And, I mean, why wouldn't they do it for Pirates since, it's Pirates of the Caribbean with, live action. But the detail even then in those looks great. So now we've taken care of the Heartless, and now we're back to a whole lot of cutscenes until we get back to the game. Until we get back to the gameplay towards the end. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to step away for a bit. I'm going to come back when we get back into gameplay, just because this episode is more cinematics than gameplay. But because what I want to try and do is, because I'm on like a 3-day weekend here, and I want to try and get all of the pirate videos uploaded as soon as I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break right now, and then I'm going to come back as soon as gameplay picks up. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Jack! Mr. Gibbs!
Aye, Captain.
I thought so. I expect you're able to account for your actions then.
Sir?
There's been a perpetual and virulent lack of discipline upon my vessel. Why?
Sir, you're in Davy Jones' locker, Captain.
Davy Jones' locker?
I know that. I know where I am, and don't think I don't. I'm in Davy Jones' locker. Assuredly.
Jack Sparrow.
Barbossa!
Ah, Hector! It's been too long, hasn't it?
Aye, Isla de Muerta, remember? You shot me.
No, I didn't.
Sora, we meet again.
It's lovely to see you all.
Oh, Will! Elizabeth! Is something about you different?
Yeah, you look all swashbuckly.
Well, I've seen some adventures, but I never thought I'd find you here.
Speaking of, where exactly is here? What's all this about a locker?
Davy Jones' locker. Jack neglected to repay a certain debt to Jones. So Jones sent the Kraken to devour Jack. And that's how he ended up here.
Then, Davy Jones' locker? You're saying that we've gone beyond...
Beyond the grave?
And we're here to wrest Jack from his fate.
Teodolma. Out and about, eh? You had an agreeable sense of the macabre to any delirium.
He thinks we're a hallucination.
Complete with these three masqueraders.
Jack, this is real. We're here. We've come to rescue you.
Huh? Have you now? That's very kind of you. But it would seem that as I possess a ship and you don't, you're the ones in need of rescuing. And I'm not sure as I'm in the mood.
Jack! Cutler Beckett has the heart of Davy Jones. He controls the Flying Dutchman.
He's taking over the seas.
And he must be stopped. The brethren caught is called.
Leave you people alone for just a minute and look what happens. Everything's gone to pot.
I'm lost. What's going on?
Well, sounds to me like this Beckett fella they mentioned is trying to conquer the ocean.
Oh. Yeah, no conquerors.
Listen, Jack. The world needs you back something fierce.
And you need a crew.
Why should I sail with any of you? 4 of you have tried to annihilate me.
Jack, we're on your side.
So you are, mates. I never could have caught the pill without you. Sora, Donald, Goofy, you're hired.
Yes.
Now, as for the rest of you... Teodolma, you're in. Gibbs, you can come.
Hey.
Weigh anchor, all hands. Prepare to make sail.
Jack. Which way you going, Jack?
Right then, Mr. Sora, the helm is yours, provided you pass muster.
Huh?
See that island there with the 2 peaks? Prove you can reach that, and the open sea is yours.
Oh. Aye, aye.
Jack said to head for the island straight in front of us. us on those ships.
Ready the cannons!
Get him! So, we do have a destination, right?
Oh, I can't tell anymore.
Something's just making it up.
Cast your fate with Jack Sparrow, and you'll soon be sharing in the wrath of Davy Jones.
The guy Will mentioned? Who does he think he is, anyway? And what did Jack ever do to him?
Truly, you don't know who Davy Jones be, and you say you be men of the sea.
Let's put it this way. We're from another sea.
Aye, now. Jack and Davy Jones' fate be intertwined. Jones, him raise Jack's precious pearl from the depths and make Jack captain for 13 years. In exchange, Jack promised to give Jones him soul as payment. But 13 years pass, and Jack failed to return. So Jones, him send the Kraken to devour Jack, taking him and the pearl back to the depths. But if Jones learned that witty Jack cheat that fate, him gonna punish Jack even worse. And Jack's friends too.
Are you talking about us?
You mean that the Kraken's gonna eat us?
Let the Kraken have a crack. I ain't scared.
Not scared at all. That be rare. Most men, them run for land at the mention of the Kraken. Not you. But Jack be scared. He want to be free of his debt to Davy Jones. That's why him need the box.
Box?
It be a chest where Davy Jones lock away the part of him that hurt. The pain it caused him was too much to live with, but not enough to cause him to die.
And what part of him is that?
Him heart.
How does he do it? A creature absent a heart, and yet somehow able to keep existing. Not even my finest replica can claim that achievement. The secret must be in that box. I have to know what mysteries it contains.
I believe our orders were to find the box and seize it. No more. Put a leash on that runaway curiosity.
Always so short-sighted. Why would the organization seek me out just as soon as I was recompleted? If not to affirm my intellectual prowess and invest in my research. Every stride I make is a stride for all of us.
Oh, really? And what exactly are we striding towards?
Luxord, do I detect a hint of treachery in your words?
What? Don't be absurd. But to be clear, I serve the organization. I don't share your need to please Xemnas. He's good at wrapping you around his little finger. Always has been.
All I desire is the freedom to continue my research. Ansem the Wise refused to nurture my talents, so I cast my lot with Xemnas. With Xehanort, rather. Simple as that.
I see. And you don't care how he uses your research?
Not in the slightest. All that concerns me is that I complete the perfect human vessel.
That's all well and good. But I know this world better than you. Kindly stay out of the way.
Oh, of course. Considering those pests have shown up, I'd hardly get anything done.
I already know what to do with the pests. Then you can resume your stuffy studies.
That's my boy. I'll be watching from the shadows then.
Thanks, Jack. You could have warned us.
Yeah, everything went topsy-turvy and upsy-downsy.
Well, at least we're back in the land of the living.
Thank goodness.
Never fear. All according to plan.
But that be no reason to rest easy.
A ship!
I've never seen one like that.
And I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Did you guys miss me? Probably not. But yeah, this is the last thing of gameplay that we will actually be doing in this episode. Luke's sword, I guess how to say it, but I call him Luxord, so I don't care what you say. But Luxord has invaded us, and he has sent a...
Have you allied with those fiends again?
Don't impugn me honor. Why would I conspire with them?
I love the conversations with Jack and Barbosa. That's why I love At World's End so much, even in this game. So Luxord has summoned a giant Heartless to try and stop the Black Pearl. So now what Sora is going to do is he's going to jump on one of the tiny creatures, and we pretty much have to shoot the big guy down.
I sure do wish we could get a little closer.
This boss fight isn't really necessarily a big deal. It's just you're presented with a lot of opportunities. You can either try and take out most of the little guys that are going to be firing on the Black Pearl, or you can just specifically stick to the boss. Kind of the strategy of what I show in this is
Protect the ship. I'll handle the Heartless.
You really just want to stick to the big guy, because the little ships aren't really going to be dealing that much of damage. It's better just to kind of get the big guy out of the way, because the big guy's got a lot of health. But once you take a good chunk of health away from the big guy, then you'll be able to grab onto him and start attacking him with your Keyblade. But for this, you'll really just want to just keep on shooting him. You know, you could use torpedoes, and the little guys do give you experience, but I don't really bother with them because they don't give you too much. But yeah, if you just kind of stick to shooting at the big guy, then you'll essentially get done much faster. And you want to try and shoot him to where the square is. Yeah, those little guys don't give you much of XP, so honestly, it's not even worth it. But this really is a really cool fight. I like all the colors that the little guys are shooting off, and I think the scenery looks amazing. And off in the distance, we have Port Royal, which we will be exploring in the, I think it's the next episode. So, you can look forward to that. Alright, so now we get to jump on the Heartless. So pretty soon we'll get the reaction command to jump along the spine, and then we'll be able to attack the head. Alright, so now we can somersault. He'll give us a nice little roar. And now just go apeshit. And you'll know when he's about to attack, so you can use the barrier, but you can get him down to almost like, I think, the last bits of his health. Because I don't even think I had to do this part twice, because I knocked a good chunk of his health out, but we'll see. I could be wrong. But yeah, as soon as he moves his head back, make sure you're going back on the attack. Because now he's almost defeated. Alright, so you can land on one of those, but you want to use your shot lock to lock onto one of them. It's probably the easiest thing to do. And then just do the same thing over again. But I think at this point, you could really just shoot him down and that's it. Because I can't remember if I somersault and get him again. Yeah, Black Pearl may be under attack, but there's not really much these guys are going to do. Just keep on focusing your attack power on the big guy. And with that, the big guy is down. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to wrap it up for this episode. I'm sorry for cutting in between audio, but because of how big these worlds are and how most of these things are cutscenes, I really don't have much to say other than really to tell you about what to do in terms of gameplay. But I think that's going to wrap it up for me for this episode today, and I will see you guys in the second part of the Caribbean where we're, well, you'll see for yourself. We're pretty much going to have to find another ship to get out of here. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.
Sora? Sora!
Donald? Goofy? Where are the others?
After you fell, we came looking for you. I guess they must have kept going.
That's desertion.
Oh. And I was so happy that we got to see them again.
That's eager to sail under Captain Jack Sparrow?
Oh?
Jack!
Perhaps you'll consider an arrangement. One which requires nothing from you but information.
Regarding the Brethren Court, no doubt. In exchange for fair compensation, square my debt with Jones, guarantee my freedom.
Of course. It's just good business.
Were I in a divulgatory mood, what then might I divulge?
Everything. Where are they meeting? What are their plans?
Shall we?
Shall we what?
Some pirate won't get anywhere without a ship. So, let's go get one.
Oh, yes!
Sora and Jack sure are cut from the same cloth.
Even Cadillac.
Use that key to free me, Sora, and you have my most certain promise. All the power undersea you ever wish for be yours.
Free her how?
Sora.
What's wrong?
Huh? Oh, nothing really. I'm good.